Xiaomi Mi Just Smart Evaporator Cooling Fan, which sounds pretty cool, but isn't it just an air-con fan? The integrated white body is a very typical Xiaomi design, not characteristic, but nothing would run wrong. The buttons are on the top and there's a handle on the side. It weighs around 13 pounds when filled with water. That is not easy to move if you want to place it on a different location. The circular plate on the bottom, which is very light, thin, and brittle. Combined with its heavy body, it will become a punch bag. This cooling fan offers 4 different modes. The direct wind and the natural wind is actually the same as normal ones without water cooling. The first gear will keeps you cool. It is very comfortable around 30 Celsius degree. And it is very quiet. You wouldn't hear it if you don't pay attention on that. But if you switch to the higher gears, what you will get is not just stronger wind, but also much louder noise. On 4th gear, it is even the same noisy like the fan in the shopping mall. The difference between direct and natural wind is whether the fan goes crazy. Wind blows steadily on direct mode. The natural mode is the opposite, sometimes strong, sometimes weak. And there's a sleep mode, which is quieter and weaker direct wind. But these functions are just the least it can do. The water cooling is why I chose it. A big water tank and 2 ice bags form the cooling system. The ice bags should be frozen before use. 2 or 3 hours usage a day, the water tank lasts for a week. You can swap the ice bag, but remember to put it inside the fridge. All set, let's turn it on the cooling mode. The wind it blows out is indeed much cooler by absorbing the cold water. But it is not humidifying or gently spraying while blowing. It is more like spitting right on your face. That would leave the water on the ground, which is not safe or clean, particularly in an office full of electronics. But after all, this mode does cool me down, especially when coming inside the house from the outdoor and the AC is not yet on. Spray a little water on you, then the wind will take away your heat, just like out of the bathroom after shower. It calms you down without makes you too cold. And you can also add it into your Mi Home to control it anytime you want. In a word, Xiaomi Evaporator Cooling Fan is suitable for those who requires more functions and high wind power. The design with 6 points. The color fits everywhere, but it's too heavy to move. The function with 8 points. The different modes are quite good except the water leaking. Accessibility 8 points. You can still operate it by your phone even without using Mi Home. Cost performance 7 points. With $17 cost, you will get multiple functions. If you need a tower fan, this could be a nice choice. Xiaomi Mi Just Smart Evaporator Cooling Fan Test-V gives 7.25 as the subjective overall score. When speaking of a Dyson, expensive is what comes out my mind. The AM07 bladeless fan is the product that looks high-tech but actually nothing cool inside. It is looking elegant on far, but when you get closer, it feels so cheap and so plastic, and hear this crispy sound. $460 feels like $46. This Dyson fan weighs less than 6 pounds, which is half of the weight of the Xiaomi, and you don't need any handle because the machine itself is a hook. Although I knew it is bladeless, I was still a little bit shocked after I turned it on. I was curious about where did I come from, now I'm curious about where did the wind come from. It is operated by the remote, which formed a perfect couple with the fan. Switch on and off, 10 gears of wind power, and auto swing, that's all the functions. It doesn't have a cooling system, all it did is delivering the air. It is almost mute on first and second gear. You would starting to hear some noise on third gear. The 6th gear, it is like outdoor AC unit inside your room. Although it is the same noisy as Xiaomi, but the way it blows the wind is more natural. Unlike Xiaomi going unstable. The wind comes out from Dyson under the same wind power, it feels more soft and widely spread. The bladeless design makes it somehow invisible or formless. I wouldn't think it is a barrier, but a decoration which could be a fan. And there's another stuff I also reviewed, a transparent speaker with the floating lyrics, which is so nice to put inside your room. Check out that video if you're interested. Once I've done with taking pictures and those tiny feelings, went back to its practicality. Although I do admire its product design, but as a device help us through the seasons, its functions and quality doesn't match with the price. Dyson Bladeless Fan Test TV gives 5.75 as the subjective overall score. 7 points for its design, high score for styling and the vibe it created. The quality is a minus. 6 points for its functions. It is too less and the main functions are not fully completed. Accessibility 7 points. The button is on the lower half. The remote is rather good design despite its easy lost. Cast performance 3 points. I think the price we paid is for the patent, but not for the product itself. Thanks for watching. Remember Test TV, a channel always fun and honest.